Yo, it's GhostLuvMe, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I don't have to hang around with squares, I get burned out. I'm so high that I don't really care.
All right, so we got my guy, GhostLuvMe, back on Off the Porch for the third time, man. Welcome back. How you feeling today, man?
Good.
Yeah. Nah, it's good. Yeah, good to have you back, man. Yeah. So, you know, she's been piped up for you since the last time you sat on these steps, man. So, like, you know, you want to start with the Uzi record? You want to start with the Future record? What you want to start with today, man?
I don't know. Yeah, either of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
So, well, let's talk about the Uzi record. Because last time you sat here, we talked about it being leaked.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was always a plan to drop it. So, I mean, it was going to drop, you know, just was a matter of like mixing it. I never, you know, and then that was it, dropping it.
Yeah. And it looks like the reaction's been incredible, man.
Stream-wise, kind of mixed reactions, you know, from fan base-wise, I think like, you know, my fan base was geeked, but like, his is weird. I'm just gonna say it. His is like, you know, like he like, you know, they're particular sometimes. So like, you know, so I think like their reaction to just seeing like a random motherfucker they've never seen or heard of like on a record, they were like, oh, like, was kind of, you know, negative. So but I didn't really care. I got to notice these things though. So I noticed, I'm like, all right, bet. Keep it pushing, drop Future record. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really matter. It's like, it wasn't anything bad. It just was like, you get what I'm saying? It's just like kind of a moment like, all right, got to notice that, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they'll make you notice it. They'll send you like, you know, 50 DMs in a row until you notice it.
Oh, they be
you know?
DMing you?
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
directly,
shit?
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
which is fine. Like, I'll see it. This is me reacting to it. You know what I mean? like I drove here in a Ferrari. See if you ever get to drive one if you don't rent it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just saying, I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? Bought and paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's straight. Like, you know, like hard to be angry. You know, and I'm not saying that and not no humble shit. It's just hard to be angry. You know what I mean? Like, you know, God would take blessings away from me if I wasn't happy. You know what I mean? So if I see somebody like saying, oh, I don't like your voice, or I don't like this, or whatever, I gotta then just, you know, hold something tangible or whatever the fuck, whatever, just to remind me like, hey, like, you're stupid if you're gonna react to them, if you're gonna reach out and go back and forth with somebody, like, I'm stupid then.
Yeah.
Then I look stupid, you know? But that's what they want, you know? So
It's like they just want a reaction out of you one way or the other.
for sure. They just want to be heard. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Well, you're being heard. I think it's at 20 million just on Spotify alone, man.
Yeah.
That's a huge record right there, man.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. More to come. Like I got other records I feel stronger about. So yeah.
No, that's dope. Have you guys ever talked about doing a video for that one, or are you kind of, because of it being
No, I don't
leaked?
think there's any talk about that, to be
Yeah.
honest. I don't know. I think we have some sort of like thing that we might be doing. There might be like a surprise with that, but nothing crazy.
Okay,
You know?
okay. And you guys had a billboard in Times Square for this release, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is just, you know, just so people see that shit. You know, get the word out there and all that stuff. Because, you know, I felt strongly about the release. Felt like it's something people should hear and, yeah, hear more of my music, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. So like you said, then you follow right up with this Future record.
Yeah,
Man.
which we've had for a while. Like,
Yeah, we talked about it here, like, because I remember you had posted the pictures from the video shoot.
Yeah,
So,
and the only reason why I posted those pictures is because everybody else did, so I didn't want to like, you know, be the last person to, like, a lot of the time, like if you ever see me even posting pictures with the artist, I wasn't even trying to, like, I got songs and stuff people don't know about, like a lot. Pictures I could post right now, videos I could drop, all that shit. The reason why I don't do that is because I, like, you know, I got 4 projects done, I saved that shit, I like systematically put that shit in certain projects.
Yeah. Was this the plan all along to hold this record till the Uzi record came out and kind of just hit them back to back like that, or did you just feel like now's a good time?
It just worked out that way.
Yeah.
It just worked out that way. But yeah, the plan was for it to come out, yeah, for sure, like soon, because it's a strong record. I really like it. Like I always felt like I felt strong about it. You know, like I had other records with Pluto, but this was just the first one you had done. So I just have felt strong about just putting it out. And I like to do things kind of like, I don't always do things in the order that they happen, but it just made sense to put this one out first. Because it was it gets kind of their feet wet, you know?
I got you. So how's the feedback been on this record since you put this one out too, man?
Oh, they like it. Like I think, you know, it's been great. Like I finally, you know, before I had like any of these records or even knew about this shit, my fans were already like asking me, like begging me to try to do bigger moves and work with these type people. Like they're like, oh, and you know, I didn't know how to really make shit happen. So it's good that like dots are finally being connected now because it wasn't before.
And you know, for a lot of listeners, man, they're like, who the hell is GhostLuvMe? Where did he come from?
Yeah.
Not knowing that you've been doing this shit for a while too.
For
man.
a long fucking time. And that's the worst part about it too, is I get called a new artist every fucking year. It's so weird. Like that's the only thing that I think like hopefully these records stop. It's just motherfuckers be like, oh, saying new artist, because it's like I really been around for a long time. Like but it's, you know, it's new to some people, which is straight. Like that's good, you know, because it means if I'm being called a new artist all the time, I'm expanding, you know, reaching new places.
No, absolutely, because now they're not going to forget these 2 records. You know what I'm saying? Like when you follow up, they definitely going to be like, oh yeah, this is the guy with the Uzi song. This is the guy with the Future song, man. And hopefully they tap back into the old shit too, then.
Yeah, hopefully so. I got so much new shit on the way. Even if they don't, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's gonna like, you know what I'm saying? I got so much new shit, it won't matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
As far as your music videos, are you very hands-on with the creative side of it, or are you kind of just like the directors do their thing?
Not anymore. I don't even read the treatments.
You don't read, you just show up?
No, I don't read the treatments. I just like, the only thing I look for in a treatment is like if it looks like I'll ask them people to do it, and I'll be like, yeah, send me the treatment. And I'll glance over it. If it looks like they did like it. Like, you know, you could tell if somebody took time into some shit. Like, you know, so I just look like, bro, what? I'm not a director. So if I read a treatment, I'm probably gonna fuck it up, honestly, to be honest, like, cause I'm not a director. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not my, like, it's not my job. Like, I would fuck it up. Like, I don't know, like, not fuck it up, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe overthink it a little too much?
I mean, I'm just not a director. Anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying?
I got you, man. And both of these songs were produced by Brandon Finessin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk about, you know, the chemistry. We kind of touched on it last time, but like kind of talk on like the creative process when you guys are cooking up, man.
I fuck with his beats, so sometimes beats done, sometimes cooks it up, whatever, you know? Like, it's just really like the creative process. I just hear a song in my head, so if I hear a beat and I hear like something over it already, that's how I know it's good.
Okay.
Or whatever, so it's just, so to me it's like, it's kind of like going with the hot hand. Like I view like producers like if it's a basketball team, like, oh, that motherfucker, like, he hitting all his shots, so it's like we're gonna keep giving him the ball kind of type shit, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of the way I view that shit.
Yeah.
But
now you guys are on a pretty good hot streak right now, so I would imagine you guys got a lot more in the chamber too, huh?
for sure, we got this whole tape, so there's that and a bunch of other songs too. So, yeah.
Okay. You just dropped the song with Maddox and Lil Gnar too, man.
Yeah.
Talk about that one. Was that like something you wanted to put them two together on the record, or is it just kind of how it played out?
It just kind of happened. You know, Maddox was like, he's down here and stuff, and Lil Gnar, you know, that's my guy. He's from around here too, so just like, you know, it just kind of happened organically. Like, I got my home studio and shit, so just like, shit just kind of like happens, you know. Like I invested a lot of money in myself just to put like the shit that people really don't, like put a studio in my house, all this shit. Nah, like we just made the record. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's organic. Just kind of like did the shit. It's fun, you know, like, and then it's, a lot of this shit's old. Like, it's crazy to think about like how old some of the stuff is, like, by the time it actually drops.
Yeah. We talking like 1 year, 2 years, or?
I don't even know. I have no concept of time. So it's like, not that old, but in between a month or a year.
Okay.
It could have been a month or it could have been a year.
Now, you're the type that plays your unreleased music over and over to where, no?
Only when I'm mixing that shit. If I'm mixing it, for sure. Cause like I'll be mixing this stuff like obsessively, like in my house with the engineer. And
You
stuff.
mix your own records, or
No.
okay, with the engineer?
With the engineer there, I wouldn't attempt to mix my own records. I've tried to like play around with stuff when people aren't looking and stuff, and occasionally like certain settings like of different programs I'll like want to like they have to be like the way like I'm very specific about like altar boy settings and like different things like that. But that's like anybody could set altar boy, like anybody could like what I mean, just different like. So it's not like I'm an engineer really like that. I don't really record myself or any of that stuff. I'm not that savvy. So.
Understood. But you prefer to cook up at your house then?
It's a professional studio though. Trust me, like with all professional gear, like
Yeah.
like it's there. Like you wouldn't even think I'm at my house. Like I've taken pictures there and people have been like, "What studio is that in Atlanta?" And I'm like, "My house."
That's in your house.
Yeah,
really.
it's just because I had a guy who builds studios build it. I had a like unfinished spot in the basement, so I was like, "All right, I'm gonna finish this, put a studio there because." If I can walk down the stairs to work, then I have no excuses not to work all the time.
Yeah. Especially when the inspiration hits you, it's like, all I gotta do is go downstairs. Like, I don't have to worry about booking time, finding an engineer and all that too.
No,
man.
I don't. I take engineers and I keep them hostage for months at a time. That's not a joke. I have one right behind you.
I'm gonna talk to him off camera, make sure he's all right.
No, he's all right.
Like, blink
He's all
twice
right.
if you're okay.
He's all right, but it's like, nah, like if you find somebody who's good, just grab them,
Yeah.
keep them hostage, give them enough work,
There you go, man. So where do we go from here? Project time, or are we still on
Yeah,
singles?
mixtape. No, I'm
Mixtape,
trying to
okay.
drop this shit. It would have been uploaded, but I was just like, I just honestly been like chilling the last couple weeks, so it probably would have came out a couple weeks earlier, like. But I just been like, not chilling, but like just getting the mixes right, doing like little last minor adjustments and shit, and just living life, for a change. And like, that's even why I drove here. Like I wasn't gonna drive here, but like my mood improved when I drove here because it was like, wow, I finally did something normal for a change. Like I've been locked away for like 8 months just working on these projects and shit. Like mixing, making them, putting songs together, all this shit. Like, so it's not like, that's why people haven't seen me a lot of places or seen me pop out places, perform, anything. It's like, I just been working. Like I've chose, like shit, I've gotten performance offers, all this shit. It's not like I got a 6-figure offer to tour the other day. Didn't even think about it yet. Cause it's like shit, like, I gotta put out this music. Cause if not, I don't feel like I have, to be honest with you, I like, other than the Joy Boy tape, it would probably be the first tape I say like, I feel like I feel confident in, like I could play from start to finish, and I'm like, okay, this is something. Like maybe the other boom bap to Clayton, because that one's kind of like its own thing. That's kind of cool. Like I don't know if you heard that shit. Like I dropped a whole boom bap tape, weird, like on Christmas or something.
Yeah. No, I saw that.
And like those two kind of both play like straight through, and it's like, all right, that's something. Even like other tapes before kind of had like its wonky moments, I don't know how to describe it. Like I'm very, very critical of music. So like, to me, like that shit just didn't play through right. So like finally I'm gonna have tapes that play all the way through. Like, that's why I gotta drop. I'm dropping this shit with Brandon and the next tape with Tragic. Okay. So that shit's coming mad soon. I'm gonna drop that like probably even a month after I drop this tape or even a couple weeks after. I don't even give a fuck. No, really, like, I'm not kidding. Like, I keep pressuring people. I'm putting the pressure on. I'm independent, so I can put pressure like that. Like,
do you have a title picked out for the next one?
Popstar Degenerate.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's called Bohunk, and then the next one's called Popstar Degenerate. Okay. So, and both all my titles come kind of organically to me. So like Bohunk is like a bad term for my people. Like my people are Bohemian, like from Czech Republic. So like my family, like they come here, they would be called like bohunks and shit. Be kind of like they're like derogatory word, So like it's like my way of like taking like a derogatory word and like kind of like making it like a positive, but also kind of telling people more like who I am and shit. Cause like my grandfather's a truck driver, and shit, like all kinds of stuff came here, like like just random shit, like like I don't know, like a lot of the time people like assume kind of a lot about me, which is fine. Like, I have a lot of money myself, yes, I do. Me, myself personally. But I don't come for money. I wish I did though, because I'd be very sophisticated. I would wear ascots and shit. I would, I would take off my glove and slap people in the face and challenge them to duels, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like now, bro, I watched this show, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, season 1, and made so many people watch this shit. the jealousy I have of them motherfuckers living in 1800 England with their puffy shirts and castles and shit. I get it, man. I get it when motherfuckers look at me and are like, fuck them, you know? And I'm not saying I grew up fucking in the trenches either, because I didn't. I never claimed to though either. It never in my music. I never claimed to. So it's like, I'm just me. I've always been me 100%. So sometimes I'm confused when people like have extra to say about me, like, and that's kind of like, that's even why I'll do interviews and stuff, just almost clear the air sometimes, be like, yeah, like, because I know like the people who really like be hating, bro, they watch every single thing you do and see every time you breathe, trip, whatever the fuck, drinking water or anything. So I'm like, all right, I know they're gonna watch this, so watch this shit. See if y'all haven't, and I don't give a fuck that they hate, but it's like, I'd rather just educate a motherfucker a little bit sometimes, because they're coming from a place of fucking ignorance, you know? So.
No, understood, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the project Clayton. Can you explain the artwork that you chose?
That's a picture of me and my mom, and my mom's dead, you know, she murdered, so there was that. And the reason why I chose that is because I look a lot like my mother too, and I think people always would tell me I look like my father, so I was like, oh, I wanted to put my mother up there, and also just shows like, I don't know, it's cool because it shows like, it's a very gentle picture, like it shows like a different side, you know, like I think a lot of times people would like, being a bigger guy, tattoos, all kinds of shit, people associate like, you know, whatever, so I want to show them, you know, a gentle, caring side, and that album's more intimate, even though it's like, it's like harder rap, it's more intimate, you know, it's like, you know, it's very like it's gonna say a lot to you if you wanted to, you know? If you don't, you can just listen through and enjoy it, you know, whatever the fuck. But if you wanted to say a lot to you, you can. And that's why I wanted to put a picture that, just even a picture itself that could say a lot to you. Because if the cover don't match the tape, that's weird.
Yeah.
You know? And then that, you know, that's why sometimes if it's a fun tape, like Joy Boy was a fun tape, fun picture on the cover. Don't think too much about that shit. Like if people listened to that shit and got angry, they already fucked up. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know how. So.
Yeah. What's some of your favorite memories with your mom then?
Memories of what?
With your mom.
Oh, exactly. Fuck. This is a memory, and this is a memory. This is probably why I'm actually like so healthy and like brain-wise. And this is it was on, I was like probably, we were living in like a townhouse at the time, so there was like not that much space, but it's still a nice enough townhouse. And like, you know where you gotta like walk up, right? But it was like me and two other siblings, my mom and my dad and stuff. So anyways, I remember like, we had just moved to Florida, and it was like weird adjusting to it, because I'm not born in Florida. I had like moved there later on, but I moved there probably about like 7, and like, I had just moved to Florida, and it was like weird, because like, you know, when you're a kid, you don't really like understand all the holidays and shit, but I've known it was like Valentine's Day, and like nobody really like knew me in the class. But Valentine's Day doesn't matter to me at the same time, but it was like, it mattered to my mom for her to show me to like self-confidence and self-importance, if that makes any sense. So I was like only like 6 or 7, but then she like made sure when I got home at Valentine's Day that she like got me a card, Hot Wheels, and like candy. And I was like, and it, it's just a good memory where I'm like, wow, like, I think she was trying to show me that like, hey, if a woman's not going to do this for you, like, that's not a good woman, you know? And it's definitely helped me to where like, you know, you know, like I've had women around me, you know, I've partaken in stuff, and it's like, it's very easy to test them with shit like that, you know, just kind of keep shit open-ended to be like, all right, what are they gonna do for me? Like, even if it's a small gesture. So I'd say that's probably one of my favorite memories, because it taught me so much about like, even self-confidence, or like just being like, get that thing for yourself, like work hard and get it for yourself, like you know what I mean? Because it's like, there's not really gonna be a lot of people around you that are gonna do that kind of thing for you, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when I see that kind of thing, I'm like, yeah, cool. I know exactly what to do. Like, I know what you'd want me to do. She'd want me to have it. She'd want me to work hard and get what I want, because that's what any mom would want. So that's probably the good memory from that. Yeah.
I got you, man. You put the record with Raekwon on that project too, man.
Yeah.
Talk about that experience getting to work with the legendary Raekwon.
It was cool. I think it's really cool. Like, you know, I've been listening to Wu-Tang since I was like I don't know, 10 or 12, like really like, since I could kind of like understand like hip hop, you know? Like, or like attempt to understand. I don't know if 10-year-olds really understanding, but like, you know what I mean? Like
Especially the shit they were rapping about too. They was using them big words and everything.
Nah, I was smart though. I'm smart, like generally, like, but like, what's it called? Yeah, so it was kind of like, it's weird. Like I have a Wu-Tang tattoo. So it was weird for me to like be able to work with people. Like, it's like one of those things where you just kind of like shut up and you're more like, you know, like a fly on the wall a little bit more than am I gonna like put my personality out there? Am I gonna like puff my chest out? I'm not gonna do any of that shit. Like around legends or anything. Like I keep telling people I'm one of the few people to work with Raekwon and Future other than like Kanye. So it's like you got like I gotta like there's gotta be a special category of like just artists who are kind of like all over the board, but a good way, you know. And I'm definitely one of them. Like I'm one of the weirdest, like in a good way, artists, you know, that there'll ever be. Like, why am I even doing this? You know, like people don't know. You know, they don't really know what I'm gonna do next or what project I could do. Like I could really do like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to reveal the crazy shit I'm gonna do, but I'm just saying I could really do some crazy shit and people wouldn't be that surprised. You know, they'd be like, oh okay, like that's just what he's gonna do. You know, like there's really not that many artists like that. You know.
And y'all recently shot the video too, right?
Yeah. We have a video for that. I just wanted to like get attention like on the videos that I have, so I didn't drop it yet because it's like if I drop the videos, like if I drop all the videos I have, then people ain't finna watch all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like if I drop one video at a time, then leak that shit out, then boom, blah, blah. So I'm gonna give people. I really should just put it up, but at the same time, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't ever give them too much at once. Like. The only thing I give too much of them is music, because it's like I'm gonna drop that, because you never know what songs they're gonna like. But all the other stuff, as far as like, I don't know.
Yeah, because you dropped what, 3 projects since Halloween, I think it was.
Yeah, and I'm gonna drop 4 this year. I'm gonna force myself, so I'm gonna drop 4 this year for sure. And then we'll see where I'm going after this year. So.
Flooding the streets, man.
Yeah, or the suburbs rather, right?
The suburbs.
No, I'm just fucking around. Flooding the suburbs, man. No, I'm joking.
I saw Rich the Kid comment on one of your posts recently, man.
Yeah.
Have you guys like linked up before, or what's the nature of that relationship there?
I don't know. He just commented on that shit. I think he liked the song because it had like a probably bounce to it beat, so. Just ended up just sending him the song. My bad, just like cracking my back. I sent him the song and then he hopped on a remix. So I have a remix of it. I don't know, I guess I'll meet him if I do like a video or some shit. Like I have his number. I don't know. Or one of them, I'm sure you got like 5, so shit. I got like I don't really be having like that many numbers.
2, 3. So can fans expect you to go on tour this year?
Are they gonna buy the tickets? They should ask themselves that. If they're gonna buy the tickets, then maybe I'll do a tour. I could do a tour myself. Like I don't need a company to do it. Like I can call the venue. Like I could do a little, like I could put up a show right now in Atlanta. Like, are you gonna buy the tickets though? Because if I do it and you don't buy the tickets, I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna find out where y'all at. I'm joking.
You know, you give a lot of different styles in your music, man. I don't know if we ever touched on, but like, who are some of your musical influences?
Rolling Stones.
Rolling
Stones first, and that's why I do that, because the Rolling Stones do so much styles of music, and that's why I do that. So I wouldn't do that if it wasn't for the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
But I love everything, man. That's why like when I moved out to LA, like I love that shit, because I never had heard enough, like, when I moved to LA and I started to run into like more people that like they listen to this kind of music, like The Cure, The Killers, all that shit, man, all these really good bands that I just never heard growing up. Like in Florida, they don't play the fucking Killers in Broward County. Like I never heard that shit. But when I come out to California, I'm like, oh wow, what is this? It's so beautiful, and it's like, this shit's like I never heard it shit like that before. Like even like shit like. Man, what's this other band? Just like all those white bands. I didn't want to say white bands, but like that shit helped me out in California. But like, I don't know, influences. my dad, he all he would play is 50 Cent for some reason. And he's from
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. He loved him. Like, so I would say like a lot of like melodic rappers. I liked. You know, I have a lot of like influences. Definitely Wu-Tang for sure. Future for sure. I like Wiz a lot. Wiz would be another reason why I do make so much types of music. Why nobody talk about him doing that? He did the same. He did all the same shit I did. he did the boom bap. He did all of it. So theoretically, the auto tune, the pop songs, all that. So theoretically, it's like it's really not that big of a deal. The more I think about it, because look at Wiz, and he really don't get credit for that.
Yeah. Now, is it usually like you in a different type of mood that makes you like experiment, or?
No, I'll make those songs back to back.
Really?
Yeah, I'll make those back to back.
So you just got to hear the
same
beat.
Session.
Yeah.
It'll be in the same session. Yeah, just be the beat, just the different beats or whatever. Well, how I make songs is that if I click the beat, just imagine I'm clicking, click it, it's playing, right? 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. If 5 seconds go by, I can't hear shit, nah, dead. Next one. It's just like, cause I'm not gonna sit there all day and write a song. Like if I can't even hear a melody in 5 seconds, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there all day. Like, it's not gonna be a good song then. It's gonna sound like I was struggling and like all kinds of shit. Like my best songs is quick, you know, cause it's like, then you know, you hear it, you like it, you move on.
Yeah.
Play the next one.
Understood, man. Ghost, what's some advice you would share to the, the new generation, the kids that are
Get
coming
money,
up right
invest in yourself. Like, I don't know why. Oh shit, I'm fucking up your mic.
now? No, you
You
can.
hear me? Yeah, my bad. Get money first, because get money, stay independent, don't listen to anybody. No, that's
Well, they got to listen to you to take this advice,
don't even
right?
listen to me. Like, honestly, my biggest advice is don't listen to anybody. Like every time somebody asks me for advice, I'm like, I don't know all of what you're doing. I guess my biggest thing would be like, probably like post music if your music isn't out there being heard a lot. Like maybe like have a lot of like, post your music a lot. Like even me, I should post my music more. Like and post more stuff about me. Like I just don't like to I just don't want to post, man. Like I just,
And
I
hire
hate
someone
it.
to do it.
No, I know people have access to my shit. I hire people to do it. No, I mean like I don't even want like I don't even want to be attached to that post. Like I see myself standing there. I'm like, it's a picture of me standing there, like cool, like in an outfit. Like I wear clothes every day, my guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm dressed like this, like not like this, but like this kind of like I wear expensive clothes every day. Like I'm a retail addict. Like I have a song that coming out. Like this is addiction. Like it's not like something to even be proud of. Like it's like motherfuckers just like really like spend too much money on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in a store and I see clothes, I can't stop myself from buying. Like no, it's not even a joke. Like a psychiatrist would probably be like, yeah, that's a problem. But I don't have anxiety. I don't have depression. I don't have suicidal thoughts. I don't have fucking restless legs or any of the shit that everybody else has. Like people usually have one of those 4 things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that. That's crazy.
Just like to shop.
What?
So you just like to shop.
Yeah, and other things too. Like I have, other bad habits. Pretty much all like the good stuff you could like, I like that too much. Just like anything that humans like, like I like that. And just being in my position, I have a lot of access. So I have a lot of problems people don't have, like where I have to just like slow down, like just with food, sex even, it's easy, it's unfortunate, just being in like women these days, and I don't want to say too much about women because I know they'll come from, but at the same time, it's like they like money a little bit more than they liked in other times, I will say, and I think and I don't have any problem getting money. So, when you think about it like that, it's like, I gotta slow down, Mm-hmm. Sometimes I be tired as shit, my back hurt and shit, like causing problems, like dead ass.
Yeah, you gotta take care of yourself first, man.
No, I don't though. Like that's the thing, I really don't take care of myself. Like I don't even I really don't. Like that's the problem. Like I do, but I don't, if that makes sense. Like I put good fuel in my body, Like I just ate vegetables, good shit for coming here. This is Kangen water. If you know about Kangen water, please. Do you know about that?
Mm-hmm. I heard about that.
Bro, get a Kangen water filter will change your life. It will change your life. I don't drink bottled water. That's why I bring this shit everywhere with me. I don't drink bottled water. I just stay next to that filter every day. I drink 2 gallons of Kangen water a day. Cause I still, I'll be honest, I still take drugs. I take that shit every day. I love that shit. And I have no problem saying that. And I've been happier since I started. Like I was sober for a little while. I don't know if people knew that. I try to not tell people because, you know, because some of my songs are old and they'll still come out saying I take drugs and it'll be confusing and shit. But it's like, I've never been happier since I started taking drugs again. I don't know how people get sober. Like you just drink water then, you know? Like I'm just gonna drink water and take drugs for the rest of my life. Like that's really my plan, bro. Like I'm just gonna drink water and just eat vegetables. But I'm not finna not be high. And I feel so much better, and don't I seem happier than the last interview?
Yeah.
Generally, like I seem happy. So then why do people want to get in the way of me being happy? That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So when people judge this shit, and honestly, somebody gotta come out and say this shit. I'm glad somebody says this shit, because there's a lot of people who feel the way I feel. And somebody gotta say that shit. And you know what? They can come after me.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's your life. You know, you should be able to live your life how you want to live.
And I think, I don't even do that much shit. I do everything in reasonable amounts. Like I said, I drink 2 gallons of Kangen water a day. Like
that's a lot of water.
yeah, because dehydration and shit. Like, and I don't do anything too crazy. It's just I just feel better, man. Like I played college football and shit, so you know I'm a little beat up and shit. So like, this shit helped me. I got a couple of herniated discs and shit. Really 4. But you see, I could dance, I could walk around, I could do anything. I could do a fucking backflip off that shit. Without completely sober too, because I'm still an athlete, you know? Like when people see me perform, it's like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, man. Did I fuck it up?
Good.
Yeah. But when people see me perform, it's like, you know, it's like I got energy. They don't see like somebody fucked up, but it's like, you know, that's why I say I'm like a crash test dummy. Like you put good, like it's all built right, but we're gonna send it through that wall. You know? And I like that about my life, because I feel like I've never not said like no enough. Like that movie Yes Man, that was really my shit. Like I really that's really me.
Yeah. All right, Ghost, you got a shout out you'd like to give before you wrap it up here, bro?
Shout out to Ike and Brandon. I appreciate them sitting behind me and so the support. You know, it's nice to bring people, because sometimes it's like, I don't know, I be getting nervous in interviews and shit. And then shout out to my engineer who came here too, who's over there, Andrew. Shout out to Grazi, who will, I'd have to damn near kidnap him to get him to sit behind me, but shout out to him. Shout out to my artist Trilla too. We building him up. He's gonna come for everybody's necks. So I'm gonna sit around and get fat here soon, and he's gonna come for everybody's necks. And we got a lot more stuff. And my label, High and Mighty, which is run by me. Like I'm, we joke around. We call me, because my name is Clayton. We call me Clay Z as a joke, like around the office, you know. And it's like, because motherfuckers is really scheming like that, like I said, like, you know, I've gotten the calls from labels and shit recently, but it's like, unless they're talking partnership, don't call me. You know what I mean? Like, that's just really what it is. So and you know, some of them are, so the smart ones are, so that's all I'm gonna say.
I don't have to hang around with squares.